I'm just gonna go finish getting ready. I'll be right there.
Come here.
No, I promise I'll be right back.
No, come here.
I'll be right there. Just wait. You gotta be a little patient.
Actually, I want you to come here.
That's what I thought.
Who did you think you were going to meet here?
Just this kid I've been talking to.
This kid.
I know she's a kid.
How old?
13, 14.
13. And how old are you?
Too old for a 13, 14-year-old.
Too old. What do you do for a living, Jim?
I'd rather not say. Where do you work for?
I'll get to that in a minute.
No, I really like to know. I'm sure I'm on TV or something right now.
Why don't you just tell me what you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
And what grade do you teach?
6th grade.
6th grade. So you teach kids about the same age as the girl you were coming to see.
James Rutherford is a 6th grade teacher at a Catholic school in Cincinnati, where he also coaches track. He drove 2 hours to get here.
I would never do anything. I don't know why I'm here.
You were on your webcam, showing off in front of this 13-year-old girl.
I know.
And the conversation you had with this girl...
It was bad. I know. I don't know why. I need help. I am going through a divorce. My wife Thursday told me she was leaving.
Shut up, you loser. I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked John Walsh. Seriously, when you do a show like this and you come around, how do you control yourself? Like when you find out he's a teacher, seriously, I know you're not a violent man. You wouldn't do this. How do you just control yourself from just not
choking the guy?
Just say,
well, first of all, that's not the mission here.
I know it's not,
to go out. And I'm not condoning, by the way, or defending anything any of these guys have done. But my job is to go out there and get information and get inside this guy's mind and figure out what makes a 26-year-old 6th grade teacher who's also a track coach, who seemingly is a normal guy, doesn't look like a predator, is a functioning member of society. What makes him get online, use a webcam, chat with a girl he thinks is underage, and drive his car 2 hours on a weekend afternoon for a meeting?
Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious to understand it.
Well, from a viewing standpoint, Chris, and I say this as the father of 2 young daughters, when I watch this, what I think, I make no bones about the entertainment value I get out of seeing you bust these guys and see these guys taken off the street. And I hope that, the justice system goes the distance to take care of these guys and get them out of the mix, because I'm terrified and at the same time gratified to see somebody bringing this situation to light. And on that, there's a question that I think we all asked the other day. When you see these guys, when you see a rabbi, when you see a teacher, we were wondering about the legality of these guys letting their faces be shown. Because how does that work where they're on TV?
When we watch Cops, we see a lot of pixelated faces.
Right.
And I'm thinking, if I walked into this thing, the last thing I'm going to do is sign a release for you saying, go ahead, put me on TV.
Well, the difference between us and those other shows is that we're a news program, and we don't have to get the permission. So in other words, if you're an entertainment program, you've got to get something signed. Because I'm a news program, unless there's an issue about somebody who's underage or somebody who is unable to or should not be identified on television. We had some issues in the very first one with a guy who came in who was mentally ill and had just been discharged from a hospital after being treated for schizophrenia. And the decision was made ultimately in that case to blur his identity because of that, because of sensitivities to his mental illness.
This is a tough question to ask any broadcast journalism, but I have to ask you this: the value of this. Where do you think the most important value is? I think, frankly, it's enlightening parents, making them realize what's out there and just how dangerous the internet can be.
I agree.
That's what I think.
I think the 2 most important things that have been accomplished here are, one, I think we've initiated a dialogue between parents and children, between teachers and parents, and teachers and children as to the dangers that are online. And the other thing I think that's happened is 2 years ago, I would venture to guess in most cities in America, if a school or a school district said, we're going to have an Internet Safety Awareness Night tonight, and we want all the parents to come to the seminar in the gym at the high school, you'd get a handful of people, and they would be the most involved PTA committee chairman. Today, we are told that because of what we've done, and it's not just us, the New York Times has done some incredible reporting on it.
Come on, your show has really, really got this thing going.
Well, but a lot of people have done a lot of hard work. A lot of police agencies have operated on their own. The FBI has done it. But because of all that, we're told, and we have seen that in many of these things, it's standing room only now, and people are focusing on it. So I can only see good coming from that.
Then I'll be the one that says it because I've thought it for a long time. It's a great cause. I love seeing it. I think it could be a regular show, and I know that the journalist in you.
Do you go into the entertainment arena when you do that?
Because you're a news guy, I'm sure you wouldn't want to do that. But can't you see this as, almost like what John Walsh has done?
Horrifically enough, there's an unlimited supply of these.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
Clearly, it's captivating, compelling television. But each time we do it, we balance that knowledge with the fact that what we're really trying to do here is good, solid enterprise journalism. And at the end of the day, the enterprise techniques that we've used here are very much the same techniques as we used in Cambodia to expose sex tourism and child sex slaves, in India to expose slave labor children in the silk business, silk that ends up on Madison Avenue and Fifth Avenue, and in Bangladesh, to expose conditions in the factories where clothes are made for Walmart and Sears and other companies. So, we've just turned these techniques to, to internet safety and computer predators. The challenge for us is to figure out a good balance here when it comes to this, and to figure out how to use this very compelling storytelling method on other critical issues facing us today.
You never know when those issues are going to crop up.
I know you don't want to hear it, but it's really. They're making a big deal about Howie Mandel opening up 40 cases on TV and it's getting huge ratings.
Yep.
I'm saying you put a bald guy on TV with 40 cases and chicks in bikinis and it's getting like a 12.4 share. Mm-hmm. You put your show on 3 nights a week. Blow everybody away
and do some good at the same time.
Yeah.
Really, it is something, and I mean this from as a father, that it opened my eyes up, and if it opens everybody else's eyes up, it's so nice to see something that, and I have to say it does have entertainment value to see the bad guys get their comeuppance, but also something that's doing an awful lot of good. You should be very proud of this, Chris. It's really great work.
Well, guys, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you for being on the show. And did the guy with the zipper down oogie you out?
That was something. Well, it's funny because in that case, again, I'm around the corner and we're watching the monitor and we get a good view of what's going on, but I wasn't sure what he was doing, and I probably should have waited a couple more seconds just to let it play out, but I thought he might be trying to leave the house. I didn't know.
Yeah, it was gross.
And it wasn't until he turned around that I saw his zipper down. I said, well, let me get him to sit down and settle this down, and then I'll ask about that in a minute.
Here it is again, and this is why you watch this show, and it's serious and all, like Mike was saying, but also you got, it's sublime. You look at it, you go, where's reality, where's comedy? Listen to this.
My zipper came down, excuse me.
Oh, boy.
The perv! My zipper came down.
Nasty stuff.
Man. What a creep. Well, Chris, you're doing good work, and good luck with the show. We love it.
Guys. Thanks.
Catch a Predator tonight on NBC. Talk to you later, dude.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris.
Alrighty now.
Wow.